Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig into it. Deontay Wilder has a few choices to make. Bob Arum with Top Rank has come out and stated that he will be making Deontay Wilder a significant offer. Now, that's a very interesting thing because he's making a significant offer to try to entice Wilder to get this rematch with Tyson Fury done for Wilder Fury 2. And, I don't believe that Bob Arum really wants that fight because initially he stated that he'd like to do that fight, in September and let these guys both have a tune-up first. And so I think that would make the most sense. But here's the thing about all this. I think Wilder's in a terrible position because if you look at Deontay Wilder, he's pretty much the lone man left out in the cold. He has no major deal on any platform, so he has no security. Think about it like this. Everything that Deontay Wilder has is because of that belt. The fact that any of the big names are interested in fighting him, the fact that he's entitled to any big payday is because he has that belt. So what happens if he fights Tyson Fury in a rematch, loses that belt, has no platform deal, has no guarantee of a high amount in a rematch? What then? See, Deontay Wilder is taking all the risk here because he has no guaranteed money. Even if Tyson Fury loses, he has a guaranteed network deal that's going to pay him millions of dollars. Even if Anthony Joshua loses to anyone at this point, he has a multi-million-dollar network deal. So that's what you have to understand, that Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, both of these guys have guaranteed network deals. Both of these guys pretty much are in prime position because both of these guys have large fan bases in the UK as well to fall back on should they not want to fight or perform in America for any reason at all. Deontay Wilder doesn't have that luxury. He doesn't have a huge fan base in the UK he can rely on. He does not have a platform or network deal. He's selling himself short. So this is a golden opportunity because, if you look at Deontay Wilder, he can redo all the idiotic mistakes that he's done recently. The idiotic mistake was not talking to Eddie Hearn and getting an opportunity for the biggest payday and fight of your career against Anthony Joshua, because as Deontay Wilder is not talented enough to beat all of the top heavyweights. What if Deontay Wilder loses to Adam Kownacki? What if he takes him, tries to cherry pick Adam Kownacki, who's a very good, talented, and decent fighter? And I believe Adam Kownacki has a lot of potential to probably even win that fight against Deontay Wilder. And if you look at it, what happens if you lose to an Adam Kownacki? So that's not a Tyson Fury, that's not an Anthony Joshua, but you lose to an Adam Kownacki. So now that you've lost all of your leverage, you lost all your, you've lost all these huge major paydays. Because once you get that L on your record, once you lose your belt, even if you get it back, the road to getting back to where you were is going to be a long, hard one. And then what happens if Kownacki takes the belt and knocks you out? What if he doesn't just win? He knocks you out. He wins in dramatic fashion. Because we've seen Deontay Wilder wobbled many, many times, especially by Eric Molina, Arthur Spilka. We've seen Deontay Wilder hit and rocked by a shot before. So we know that he's not the guy that you think he is when it comes to granite chins. And in the heavyweight division, one shot from any top guy can possibly knock you out. Deontay Wilder's in a situation now where he must take the Anthony Joshua fight. He needs to walk away from the Tyson Fury payday because since he doesn't have a guaranteed platform or network deal, he needs to take the biggest payday he can get and pretty much the best path, and that's the Anthony Joshua 2-fight DAZN deal with Eddie Hearn. I mean, look, let's say he takes the deal with Tyson Fury. That's great. He still gets the major payday. He can walk away happy. But if he loses to Fury, because you have to realize that Fury's already timed you once and completely outboxed you for 12 rounds. He's already done it once. What happens when you get that in a rematch? And if Fury can do it, then you look at the other heavyweights. You look at, Alexander Usyk. Usyk has a lot of skills. What if Usyk's able to do it? What if AJ's able to do it? AJ's going to stop you. Somebody's not finishing that fight. Somebody's going to sleep if you fight AJ. And most likely it's going to be Wilder because he has no technique, no form, no boxing ability. He's a one-trick pony looking for one big shot every single round. He can't make an adjustment. He doesn't have a skill set. He doesn't have a boxing style, and he has very little ring IQ. So Deontay Wilder is going into every fight and every round swinging for the fences, trying to land that one knockout punch, that one trick pony that Deontay Wilder is. He has to take the biggest and best deal right now, because at this point his back's against the wall. So he can be loyal to Showtime and he can go over to fight Tyson Fury, but should he lose, all chips are off the table. Deontay Wilder only has one opportunity to get this right, one opportunity to make history. Who knows if he's able to land that right hand against AJ and win all the belts, get all the marbles. He can at least say that he made history. But you're taking a Tyson Fury fight and he has nothing to gain. He is an idiot. You have nothing to gain by fighting Tyson Fury a second time right now. Yes, we all know that you need to prove that you can beat him, but you didn't prove that the first time. He's a boxer. He's only going to get better. He's only going to get in better shape. He's a pure boxer, an elite level boxer. Tyson Fury's too good of a fighter for Deontay Wilder to knock down again in another fight 2 or 3 times. That's just not going to happen. He'd be lucky if he get one, and we see how difficult it was for him to get the 2 that he got. So it's going to be a very difficult fight for Deontay Wilder. I think he needs to take the fight, the only fight that matters, because at this point, gambling on yourself against a top level, elite level boxer is not the thing to do. You need to take guaranteed money. You need to take the easiest opponent, because we all know that Deontay Wilder's the bum slayer. I truly believe he's going to lose that belt to somebody not named Tyson Fury and not named Anthony Joshua. He's going to try to cherry pick Dominic Breazeale or Adam Kownacki, or even Dillian White, and these are all good, decent level fighters. And what's going to happen is, if you pick Dillian White, he's going to knock you out. If you pick Kownacki, he may knock you out. If you pick Dominic Breazeale, I think you beat Breazeale. But I don't think it's going to be easy, and I think he's going to make you look even more horrible. You can't put Dominic Breazeale on pay-per-view. The only pay-per-view fight you could possibly have is Dillian White, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. And Dillian White's a hard sell to a U.S. public who doesn't know him. At least Tyson Fury is very outgoing. He's going to cause a lot of ruckus, and he's going to make the whole pay-per-view all a big event. But even then, they only sold 300,000 plus buys. So at that point, it's still difficult. He needs a big name, and AJ and Fury are the only 2 guys that can deliver it. If he takes a White pay-per-view with Dillian White, he's going to need that to do that in the UK, or he's not going to make any real money in the US doing that. He's not going to have any huge, enormous amount of buys. He needs to take that to the UK. And that's Deontay Wilder's, that's his next problem. He's just not going to be able to sell all these fights. He's going to have to go back to fighting, for basically for small amounts of money, compared to, to the big guys such as AJ. Fury already has all this guaranteed money, so it wouldn't make a difference whether he's fighting in a huge pay-per-view or not. He doesn't need pay-per-view because he'd rather take a guarantee. That's what smart fighters do. You realize that in boxing, anything can happen. And with Deontay Wilder, who has a limited skill set, who has poor boxing ability and very low ring IQ, this is not the situation for him. He needs to get a guaranteed deal, and it looks like the PBC and Showtime is not willing to offer that to any of their fighters. So if you're Deontay Wilder, why are you constantly gambling on yourself? Do what makes sense. Take the guaranteed money, take the guaranteed deal, and go for history. But I don't believe Deontay Wilder would do that, because he's a complete idiot. His history shows that he loves to bum bash and do anything that goes against the smart move. Once again, Unbiased, as always, is the Ibfp. Please share, like, and you must absolutely subscribe.